Alrighty. I am Typo T-Rex, and I am eating a biscuit. But this is Atlas Mini number 9, round 3. My round 2 no show this morning, so there's no video for that. I'm going to mute the mic for a second so I can chew on this. Alrighty, and that's a mulligan. That's what I like to see. I'm seeing some Team Yell Grunts and some Crushing Hammers. I'm going to assume that he's playing Luck Metal, either that or ADP. Okay, yeah, he's definitely playing ADP. He's just playing a lot of extra energy denial. So I'm actually going to bench Durludon. I wouldn't normally do that, but with all the energy denial that he has going on, I think Durludon's actually going to be kind of relevant. We'll see how things play out, though. My hand's a little subpar right now. All right, there's a Crushing Hammer. That doesn't hurt me too much on the Zacian. He missed anyway. The thing I really don't like about the Crushing Hammers and the Yell Grunts, like, those are cards that are, they're denial. So if you get them, you automatically win. But if you miss, you're using resources and you're running out of resources. I would rather my deck play more consistently than stopping my opponent from playing, at all. Especially something based on a coin flip. Because right now, he could have had things be significantly different. I'm going to pitch a Marnie and grab the ADP. Play the big charm. I want to play the Marnie. I should probably play the Professor's Research, but I'm going to play the Marnie. Because he just did Intrepid Sword, so he got a few cards he probably wanted. So, that's fine. I didn't get the switch or the air balloon or the something I needed. Let's see what the Intrepid Sword would have given me. It would have given me the air balloon. Unfortunately, I had already placed the Cape of Toughness on my Zacian, so it wouldn't have done any good. So he's probably going to get his Altered Creation going first, just because I couldn't retreat.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. So the Professor's Research probably would have been the better play, and I will not deny that. Especially early on. It's so unfortunate when you're trying to save like resources and stuff, and it just doesn't work out for you. Alright, now we're going to go digging. Which arguably I should have done last turn. Alright, we got the switch. We have... Oh, nope, I don't need that to go anywhere. We'll play that. And then I'll hit my Altered Creation. Next turn, depending on what I draw, drastically changes what I want to do. Because I have Altered Creation, and I know I have Berserker in my deck. So if I can draw both a switch and an energy for Zacian, I can one-shot his Berserker. He's going to grab my Dedenne. So I actually don't even need the switch now. So I'm just going to put out the Zacian, which will set up his Zacian. Debating on if I want to boss out his Zacian. Because then he won't be able to one-shot. Even if he does have the boss's orders, he won't be able to one-shot my other Zacian. Alrighty. We'll go ahead and play the energy. How many energies are in there? Alright, I'll grab one more. So we're going to grab the Berserker, which, again, would give me the ability to one-shot his ADP. But we're not going to go for that right now, because if I do, he can bosses out my other Zacian and get the kill. So I'm going to boss out his Zacian and get my kill. And then hopefully it gives me something good.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
What all are you looking for right now?
A switch or a way to get my other Zacian set up.
Real thick.
Yeah. Well, I got Cherish Ball, which will give me a Dedenne, which will help me dig for a switch.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Turbo Patch will put an energy on the Zacian as well, so it'll make my life a little bit easier.
It's interesting to see two ADPs go head to head like this.
Yeah.
Because it's literally just who gets set up faster.
Unfortunately, it very much is a lot of the time. It also depends on, the hands you draw and how many boss's orders. So he didn't have a boss's orders, so I didn't die.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he couldn't.
But if my Zacian goes down, I do lose, and his Zacian is set up.
That's unfortunate.
So I can one-shot that ADP. So we're gonna Turbo Patch. All right. So that gives me one. I'm gonna place another one. So I just need one more energy on that Zacian for me to win. All right. So we're gonna grab the Dene, and it's gonna let me dig. So I need a metal saucer or an energy switch. All right. So I got the switch. I actually got two switches. That actually gives me everything I need too. So I can switch, retreat into the Zacian, and then I have enough to one-shot.
So why did you retreat?
So for Zacian, during your next turn, this Pokemon can attack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So since he attacked last turn, he wasn't able to attack.
Gotcha.
But since once he goes to the bench,
that resets.
yes.
Gotcha.
So that's why Zacian has to retreat, and that's why I needed either a switch or
Well, that's
something.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yay, you won.
So I take game one. He did manage to get his Altered Creation going first.
So that was close.
Yeah. So it was a rough game. If he would have had,
I'm gonna go.
that's fine. Yeah. If he would have had a boss's orders, it would have been very possible for him to get the win. But he ended up either not getting it or not getting to. Also, he sent me an expanded one. I'm not going to accept an expanded one. Let me send him a message. Standard.
Maybe it's an accident.
Yeah. Standard? It's not. Why is it not going? Let me message him in Discord. Like, I understand it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things.
It does, though, because...
But, yeah.
Yes, you're recording it,
Yeah.
but, like, if you weren't recording it, that could be bad.
Yeah, it could be like, oh, hold on, I picked the wrong deck because, I was playing this card from, expanded.
Uh-huh.
Alright, let's see if he accepts mine. And again, I understand in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter, but, to minimize the chances of, him saying, oh, and I'm not saying he would, but, sometimes mistakes happen, like when I accidentally pick, if he says first and I get to pick and I accidentally hit first, I want to minimize stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's a rough start for him, actually.
That's frustrating.
Yeah. So most ADP decks only play one Eldegoss V, and the reason most of them only play one Eldegoss V is they only need one to win. So Eldegoss V is normally used to grab boss's orders out of the discard pile. It's a functional way of playing 4 to 5 copies of boss's orders without having to actually play 4 or 5 copies of boss's orders.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that, he started with one is a little bit of a rough luck for him, and then he had to Crobat for, I believe, only 2 cards. He's having a super rough look. So he put out a Viridian Forest, which I really like, because that means I get to use it too. I love it when opponents play Viridian Forest for me.
Yeah, that makes things super easy.
Yeah. All right. I don't have a lot of cards in my hand. I'm going to go ahead and pitch the switch. I'm going to grab the Zacian. We're gonna do this. I don't wanna. So I'm actually just gonna give both of us a new hand because I didn't really want to discard anything in my hand because all those were pretty important. Unfortunately for me, I didn't get any more acceleration off of that. So that's a little unfortunate. But thanks to Viridian Forest, I set up my Metal Saucer, and Zacian lets me smooth out my draws a lot more than anything he has right now, because that's consistent 3 cards every turn.
Yeah.
When I was playing on Saturday, I went for the greedy play, and I went for another Dedenne to keep digging, and it ended up stabbing me in the back. Now, in this situation, I'm not saying it would have, but it's very possible. So he gets his Altered Creation off first, and I don't have access to my my Berserker yet.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna be able to Altered Creation this turn. Do I want to? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna fill up my discard pile with some energies. All right. So I'm gonna discard a Metal Energy, grab a Metal Energy, and then I'm gonna discard my whole hand with Dedenne. I have plenty of Metal Saucers
So why'd
left.
you pull the other ADP if you were gonna just discard it?
So I didn't draw it specifically to discard it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because I want to maximize.
Just to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to maximize, the number of good draws for me. So I got to my my Meowth, which is good. And I put the Big Charm on ADP, which, looking back at it, I actually think that was a bad move. I should have put the Big Charm on the Dedenne, and then put the Air Balloon on my ADP. That's what I should have done. Let's see. I need at least 2 cards in my hand. So I need to either draw a Dedenne. Okay, he's going to Crushing Hammer. He's probably going to hit my Water Energy, because that's what I would do. Alright, so that hurts, but not that bad, because 1, I have my other Water Genie in my hand, and 2, I don't need to attack with ADP if I can get Zacian set up and my Berserker. Alright, so I just need a draw card, is what I need. Alright, and I got the Marnie. So I'm going to go ahead and pitch my Water Energy. Grab the Metal Energy for the Zacian. Switch into the Zacian. Marnie for a new hand, which will give me 2 cards guaranteed to discard for my to grab Berserker. But I ended up drawing the Berserker, so I don't actually have to pitch anything.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Alrighty. Played my supporter. I don't want to fill up my bench, so I'm going to go ahead and one-shot this ADP. His Zacian, 1, is not set up, which that's not an issue because he's going to be able to search for an energy. But 2, his Zacian cannot one-shot my Zacian because I have the Cape of Toughness on it. Alrighty. So, unless he Marnies me, I have everything I need to one-shot whatever he puts out.
Good.
So I have Metal Saucer to grab an energy from my discard pile, an energy switch to grab an energy from any of them to put it onto Zacian,
Which,
and then
the odds of him Marnieing you is pretty high, though.
it is, yeah.
Because he hasn't used any Barneys that I've seen so far, has he?
He has not. And
Yeah.
speak of the devil, there's the Marnie. All right. So that actually puts me in a slightly rougher position, but we'll see how my hand plays out. So
We'll see how your hand pulls.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's not terrible because I have Professor's Researches, so I can dig. He's probably he discarded to get Metal Energy, so his Zacian's going to be set up. But again, he won't be able to one-shot mine.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Especially with your Cape of Toughness on
Yeah.
there.
So next turn he won't be able to attack. So
Okay.
he's going to have to either switch.
Unless he has a switch
Yeah.
or something like
He
that.
has to have specifically a switch to do something. All right, so I'm going to Energy Spinner. I'm going to grab an energy because that's part of the equation I need to get him set up.
Right.
All right. So what I need is, again, a Metal Saucer. I know there's at least 1 in there. There's probably up to 3 with only 2 prize cards left. And then an Energy Switch and or Turbo Patch.
Well, Duraludon's not really useful.
Duraludon is not helpful. So I also drew a switch. That was the other option that I needed. So all I need to do is switch into the one with the Air Balloon, and then retreat with the Air Balloon. So I've won this game. I would like to be a little bit rude and keep digging just to see, what I have, but I'm not going to do that to him because that would be rude.
I mean, it is a little rude.
Yeah. But, it's a
Especially the thing is he's still stuck with 6 prize cards. He
Yeah.
hasn't taken out a single. That's so odd. And that ADP is capable of that, like just wrecking itself, essentially.
Well, I mean, that's very much the matchup.
It's just funny though.
So, there are a couple things I play in my deck specifically for the ADP mirror, like that Berserker. So the Meowth is very good. He does one very important thing for the deck, and he puts energies in the discard pile early on.
Yeah.
And the reason that matters is because of stuff like Metal Saucer or the Turbo Patches, because a lot of times there are hands just like, man, there are a lot of cards in this hand, like, again, the Turbo Patches and the Metal Saucers that I would love to play.
Yeah.
But I can't get anything into the discard pile unless I discard my whole hand due to something like Dedenne or Professor's Research.
Yeah.
There are some cards that people play, like Viridian Forest, that allow you to do that to an extent, but that's only one at a time. Meowth lets you do 2. And then Berserker itself, there were a few times in that match where I said, well, if I get to my Berserker, I can one-shot that ADP. And that makes a massive difference.
Gotcha.
And then the other card that I play specifically, maybe not specifically for the mirror match, but a lot of it is because of the mirror match, the Ditto, is the Cape of Toughness. The fact that his Zacian cannot kill my Zacian puts me in a phenomenal position. Like, if my Zacian would have died to his Zacian attack, I would have had to scramble and try to get my other Zacian set up instead of Switch being one of my options.
Gotcha.
So, my deck, it is
does
built...
what it's supposed to do.
Yeah. If it does what it's supposed to, it is built to beat other ADP decks. Like, even both times this game, or this match, he got his Altered Creation going first, but I still managed to win due to things like Berserker and the Cape of Toughness. And so Berserker is relevant in, the Eternatus matchup because it lets...
it was relevant in the one you played the other day, too.
Yeah. I can't recall which one that was. But it's relevant in any matchup where there are... VMAXs and Zamazenta isn't strong enough to 2-shot, which is quite a lot of them.
Yeah.
So it's very important in that. Anyway, the video is running a little bit long, and we cooked dinner, so we should probably get eating.
Charming has no patience.
Yeah,
He's about to come through that back
So,
door.
bye, everyone.
Bye.
We'll be back tomorrow with a video, hopefully. We'll see. Bye-bye.
Bye.